Genesis 37.
Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. He said to them, listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it. His brother said to him, do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us? And they hated him all the more because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream, and he told it to his brothers. Listen, he said, I had another dream, and this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. When he told his father as well, his father rebuked him and said, what is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you? His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Wait a minute. You said 13, right?
Go ahead. That's fine. Read till 13.
Now his brothers had gone to graze their father's flocks near Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, as you know, your brothers are grazing the flocks near Shechem. Come, I am going to send them to you. Very well, he replied. So he said to them, go and see if all is well with your brothers and with the flocks, and bring word back to me. Then he sent him off from the valley of Hebron. Okay. When Joseph arrived at Shechem, a man found him wandering around in the fields and asked him, what are you looking for? He replied, I'm looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are grazing their flocks? They have moved on from here, the man answered. I heard them saying, let's go to Dothan. So Joseph went after his brothers and found them near Dothan. But they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him. Here comes the dreamer, they said to each other. Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns and say that a ferocious animal devoured him. Then we'll see what comes of his dream.
Thank you very much. Amen. And I'm going to read verse 4 again. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto them. And Joseph dreamed a dream. Look at your neighbor and say, and Joseph dreamed a dream.
And Joseph dreamed a dream.
Say it again. And Joseph dreamed a dream.
And Joseph dreamed a dream.
All right. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. So what Pastor has he read the background to the story about Joseph. A lot of us know the story about Joseph most of the time. We understand the whole thing and what God did and everything. But I'm going to break it down a little bit different today, and we'll see how we end up at the end, all right? Gave you this little piece of paper. See if you all have this here that you were given just now. This little piece of paper stands for your dream. There ain't nothing on it, that's right. When you were little, this piece of paper was as big as this wall. Yeah. I'm going to be a king, and I'm going to be a doctor, and I'm going to save the world, and ooh, I'm going to be a quarterback in Super Bowl, and ooh, I'm going to do this, and ooh, I'm going to be Miss America, and all these different things. Oh, I'm going to design Barbie dolls when I get younger. Oh, I'm going to design clothes, and then you get older. The first time you don't get that toy you want. First time you don't get that car you want. First time your mama says, boy, please, you ain't never going to do nothing. Your dreams slowly start to fade away.
Come on. Come on.
And you begin to say, well, and the desires are still there because God put them there for a reason, even when you were little. And they're still there, but you're like, well, I'll go on up here to university and I'll major in business. Everybody's majoring in business. I'll get me a degree there. I just do that. Or I'll just go and I'll just work this job because that's what I can do now. And you put all those dreams on the side and you let them die. And you just think that you're okay. You think, well, I'm good, you know, everything is all right. I'm going to be all right. And you smile and you come to church.
That's good.
But you have these desires that are still, because they're still a little bit, even though you might let it die, every now and then you think, man, I wonder if I went through that. I wonder what if I could take my life back 30, 40 years, or even 10 years, or even 5 years, or even 1 year, would I be here instead of back there? Would I still be at this run-down job where it just seems like nothing's making sense, and I love the Lord, and why am I stagnant, and why isn't anything working for me? Because we were built to dream.
That's it.
We were born to dream.
Come on.
We were born to live and love and dance with God.
That's right.
This entire life that we live is supposed to be a beautiful dance. And that when you do dance, sometimes you fall. And He's right there as a gentleman to pick you up and help you continue on your way with your road, of your destiny, of your life, of what you're supposed to, what's birthed inside of you. Some people think, oh well, that's Pastor Hezzy, you know, he gonna go to the nations and do all these things and stuff like that. You know, well, that's him. And no, but God's saying, no, that's you.
Exactly. Come on. That's good.
The place where, does anybody know where the biggest place is of unfulfilled dreams and desires? Does anybody know? What is the place where the place that's full of the most unfulfilled dreams and desires in the world? Do you know where it is? The graveyard. Because people die without their dreams being fulfilled. Yeah, they go to heaven. God might bless them, especially if they're believers. But what if Sister Susie, before she died, would have actually went ahead and opened up that flower shop that she wanted? How many more people would she have brought to Christ because she was living her dream?
Come on.
She was fulfilling her desires.
Come on.
Because when you fulfill the desires that God placed in your heart, because we get into this trap of, I just want to do whatever God wants me to do. I just want to be in the will of God. And God's like, what do you want to do?
That's right. Come on.
What is your desire? What do you have inside of you? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And he's sitting there going, I just want to be in your will. And God's like, ooh! Because he wants what you want just as bad as you want it.
That's right.
Do you know his heart bleeds for you? His heart bleeds for you. His heart beats for you. I was reading a lady's encounter, and she said that God took her to the chambers of God's heart. And that inside of God's heart, it was like heaven's wailing wall. And it was the names of all the people in the world. And when she would look at a name, the face would appear. And not only the face, but then she'd be downloaded about their situation and their circumstance. And God just gave her this vision. And God wanted what they wanted for them, he wanted it for them too, because he knew that if they were happy, then there would be more souls in the kingdom. Because if you're happy, living your dream, doing what you want to do for God, then you ain't going to have a problem blessing somebody else.
That's right.
Telling somebody else, come on to church with me, because I like what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm having a good time with what I'm doing because I'm in the will of God.
That's good.
We get frustrated because we're not in God's will because we stopped dreaming.
My God.
We stopped dreaming.